What up, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost. I'm coming to you from inside my house. I'm dropping this video today to speak on being active under my own authority the first 7 months. You know, my likes, my dislikes, stuff that if I could redo it all over again, what I would do, the pay, the benefits, the pros and cons of, being a fleet owner, being under your authority, just the whole 9 yards. So let's get into it. All right, that's right, Callie. Okay, so let's start with the pay. Now, comparing, everybody runs differently, everybody does things differently, but coming into this, one thing that I noticed and I told myself that I had to do was I had to make at least, for me, being leased onto a carrier, I would say I averaged about $4,000 a week. Now, under my authority, I told myself, I want to be home every weekend, or as home as much as I can be. I want to be able to run wherever I want. I want to be able to run the same lanes that I run. And I told myself I want to gross at least $5,000 a week. Now, being leased on to Interstate, leased on to Snyder, living in California, that's been kind of rough. It was super rough, super tough, because it seemed like the mega carriers I was leased on to it, they always had me capped at a certain point. I could not pass like 44, we'll say $4,000. I could never gross more than $4,000, and that's just the truth. It was hard, but being under my authority, I would say we'll say October was really a good, we'll say, month of me running under my authority. I grossed, I would say, because I only had one truck running, so I think I grossed about $25,000 my first month, which for me that was amazing, because being leased onto a carrier, the most I'd ever grossed in a month was $15,000. So making $10,000 more was amazing, and I still had the same type of fixed costs. So I was like, cool, that works, it's perfect. So and then that was my first month. The second month, I actually had both trucks running. So with me, I wanted to do about, I would say, I tried, making about $5,000 gross. That was, the minimum that I wanted to make per truck every week. So I would say in November, my truck was doing that. I was doing well above that. I was doing probably about $7,000 to $8,000. So, for me, it was cool. I was making decent money for one truck. My other truck, I would say it averaged about $4,500, because I had it on a dedicated Texas run, because that's all my driver wanted to do. So it really, I didn't push it to its limits. I would say December was a really good month for me, because in December, I think I did about like 45, 50K gross. I was doing like really good numbers per week, and then at the same time I wasn't burning fuel either, because I was on this UPS account. So December was a really good month for me. January, February were probably my worst. I think I grossed about 18K in January and 20 in February, and that's with 2 trucks. So it was horrible, because oh man, it was the slow season, I would say, hit me hard, because freight really slowed down and just became nasty. I wasn't used to that. So freight slowing down, and then at the same time I got out of the truck, I wanted to start this freight brokerage, and I basically had my company being run by a dispatching / payrolls. Well, they did dispatch and they did payroll, they did all that. And it was horrible, because it ran me into the ground, because they just were not organized as a business. So I had to pull out of that whole deal, jump back in my truck. On top of my drivers were acting up. So it was a lot going on in February. I had to pull the rings back on that, had to fire people, and I had to jump back in the truck and, handle my business. Um, let's see what else. March was a month of just, getting caught back up, because I fell behind on my truck notes, not that's plural. So yeah, I had to basically get all that caught up. So March was basically I went balls to the wall and just got everything caught back up. Dumped all of my money back into my company to get it caught up. Um, Went through my first safety audit. I had to get everything. I had to get my driver's info, my first safety audit. I just had to basically just send in all my stuff. I had to email it. So it wasn't that hard. I'm gonna drop another video talking about the safety audit, putting people up on game on what to expect, what to prepare for, what to have, what to send in and submit. They didn't have to come out, but one of my drivers recently got put out of service in a level 2 inspection in Nevada. He got popped for possession of a roach or multiple roaches that were inside a Swisher pack. If you guys don't know what roaches are, it's basically weed in a cigarette form. And that was just horrible, because being a driver, I don't smoke weed. I know people that do smoke weed, but I just try my best to stay away from that and keep that completely away from this whole trucking industry, because your CDL is basically like that's what pays me. So my whole thing is, if I'm $100,000, we'll say a 6-figure man, because of the CDL, I'm not about to basically do nothing, incriminate myself, have nothing on me that's gonna basically get me caught up out here. And not everybody thinks like that. So that basically, it was a violation on him, out of service on him, but it still fell back on my company. And that, I think, holds about 30 CSA points from what I was reading, what people have been telling me. So, I really don't know the full extent of what's going to happen with that, but I'll keep you guys updated and let you know. I just know it ain't good. So, it was a hard hit that we took as a company, hard L. But like I say, I can always bounce back and get over things and get past things. So this is just, one of them obstacles that I'm going to have to do to, I'm going to have to get past it. So I'm basically dealing with that right now. That's something that just hit. So, that's just what happens. So, all in all, I would say the past 7 months have been, really good. I can't complain. It's been a huge learning experience for me. I've had a lot of positive come out of it. I've had a little bit of negative. It's just been on the up and up. It's been, worth every experience. Because, I've taken L's, but, I look at those L's as lessons. Just huge lessons that I've learned. Huge lessons that, I can get past, look over, laugh about. Just this has just been an experience that, I'm happy that I've got to experience. I would say 2 of the hardest things would probably be dealing with drivers, doing the whole hiring and firing thing. If I could start my authority process over, jumping out here, I would jump out here with 1 truck, wait a year, add another truck. Because that's probably been my biggest downfall is, having multiple trucks, having to hire people, fire people, find drivers. I actually pay really, really well for a fleet owner, but like I've learned, you could pay a driver top dollar, but just like the situation with, the possession charge, it still doesn't matter. You could be making all this money in the world, but you just have a lot of careless drivers out there that don't really, they don't really take life as serious as they should, but, it comes with the territory. You got to take the good with the bad out here. So, Like I said, that's probably my biggest pitfall is just dealing with drivers. The pay's been good. I actually factor loads, and I also wait the whole 30-day process for them to pay out. So I would recommend factoring because you could get your money quick. There's plenty of factoring companies out there. I'll drop a video talking about factoring. But yeah, other than that, it's been a great experience. If you guys have any questions y'all want me to ask or answer, drop them in the comments below. And I'll drop a video answering every single question that, I get asked. A real question, not no dumb question. Well, I mean, there's no such thing as a dumb question, but y'all know some people, the troll. Don't ask me no troll questions. I'm not gonna answer it. Probably gonna laugh at it. Or a matter of fact, I will. YOLO. So, like I said before, having your authority, being a fleet owner is not that bad. It's a lot of paperwork, a lot of responsibility. But as long as you stay focused on your business, stay on top of the paperwork, utilize different services to help you out, it makes it so much smoother. So yeah, it's your boy Ghost. I'm about to log off of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love, peace, prosperity, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.